WDSU first warning weather now, and you see it's an impact day because of what's going on right now. Might still be a lot of people trying to get where they want to go here at the tail end of the rush hour. I want to first start here on the West Bank. I want to show you how the water's stacking up, and this came in from a viewer here, and you can see just on Stump Expressway, West Bank Expressway, how the water's really stacking up so far. Coming up to the wheels of that truck there as you find it, you're on Stump, and that's actually Stump headed by that Taco Bell there as you get to the East-West Expressway, West Bank Expressway. WDSU Doppler radar, WDSU first warning weather Doppler radar. The thing is, this is the clearing line. We're in the worst of it right now. So let's get into it, and you see that this is the flash flood warning outline parts of the West Bank. That's Uptown Garden District. You go to Mid-City, head over and get to parts of Gentilly, maybe up towards around New Orleans East, but parts of the West Bank from around, it looks to be Algiers Point, Gretna, Marrero, and maybe Harvey's in here too. That goes until 7:15. You can see that we still have the heaviest rain. It's not over just yet, but the latest radar imagery from our radar does show that it's weakening just a bit. However, it could be something that we call the radar beams getting eaten up. Attenuation's the name. 2.5-inch estimates of rain here, 4.5-inch rain estimates near Thibodaux, 2 inches of rain near Picayune, 1.5, and we'll see actual recorded rainfall in just a second. Right now, Jean Lafitte heavy rain, Point Allahache here too. But Gold Meadow, the last of the storms are just upon you at this time. I want to actually draw kind of a line here on what's going to go on for at least the end of the rain here in just 1 second. And there it is. I'm going to give you the end of this right here at about 20 miles per hour when it's going to be here. And it's about 7:40 until the clearing line is all the way through the metro. So that's until then another hour of possibly this heavy rain. And that coincides with the short-term forecast. This shows the end of it maybe closer to 9, but the heaviest storms a little bit earlier. So the thing is, we have about another half hour to hour of very heavy rain, but that could be a lot more to fall, and that's why we're under this level 2 slight risk of locally heavy rain. But we got to jump right into the tropics. Tropics have been awfully quiet. But right now there is a low-level threat here that we've got a low chance of possible tropical development, and that's a long time from now. It's about 6 to 7 days from now. There's New Orleans. There's with this little piece of energy and system spinning, and that's the area expected to possibly develop if this gets into a tropical system. It will be a tropical wave that's sitting here to interact with that energy that could become this system. And this particular forecast does develop a little something here, but nothing that's really organized or big time coming together. Even as it crosses over Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, you get closer to Cuba, the Bahamas, then we're trying to get some possible development. But that's a long ways from now. And the Keys will be high pressure, possibly over the Gulf, and the Bermuda High here too. But right now it's a very low chance. Right now I'm seeing very low chances of possible impacts to us. 2.5 inches of rain almost to Uptown. Gramercy, a lot of rain. You can see the rain cooled air with temperatures, but still an awful lot of humidity in place. So if you think the rain chance is pretty high here today, they're still going to remain pretty high this weekend, but this is the highest humidity that's upon us right now. That's going to go away to give us more scattered storms tomorrow. So this is that forecast here for the rest of the evening hours, just to show that goes away and the high chance that it could be that excessive rainfall and locally heavy rain. But Saturday, we're looking at widely scattered storms. The chance there's some locally heavy rain, but the high temperature is still to 90. I think we see a bit more sun than like what we had here today. And Sunday's still going to go with a 70% chance of storms. So we're going to take the impacts out. We don't think it's as likely that we get the heavy rain, the possible flooding. But next week, the temperature's really going up and only isolated storms.